Okay, good evening. I'm here with Allison Rose directing this Ashland Cable Television evening. I'm here with my daughter Lauren Grassberger.
Hi.
I am Rhonda Grassberger.
And I'm Lauren Grassberger.
And tonight we are broadcasting out of Keith Tech, the first swimming of the Ashland High School swimming and diving season.
Woohoo!
Our 12th year as a varsity swim program, and tonight's competition is against Westwood High School. Our head coach is Ann Meisner, assistant coach Amanda Graff, diving coach is Erin Keaveney.
So we are starting off with the diving. Right now we have Emma Landry, and she is starting off with a forward 1.5 somersault, degree of difficulty 1.7. And the scores were 4, 4, 5. So now we have a Westwood diver named Haley going. The scores were 5, 5.5, and 6.
Our second diver from Ashland High School. Up on the diving board is Peter Lukashev.
And he is doing a 101C forward dive tuck, difficulty 1.2.
Perfect.
4, 6, 6.5.
The scores are 6 and 6.5. It appears we only have 2 judges for the divers today. Our next diver for Ashland is Joshua Landry. Forward dive, degree of difficulty 1.2.
4, 5.
Scores are 4 and 5. We're back to Emma Landry
with her second dive.
201A, back dive, degree of difficulty 1.7. The scores are 4 and 5.
Nice job. Nice job. Now, as we wait for the Westwood divers to go again, we'll take a look. Emma's had her second dive, equally difficult. Another high degree of difficulty.
4, 5, 5. Forward 1.5 somersault, height 1.7.
Okay, here we have Peter back.
He's doing a 103C, forward 1.5 somersault, degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores are 5, 5.
Now, the two there's 2 judges only instead of 3 judges. There's a different math that they do. But normally you take the scores, times it by the degree of difficulty, and add up their 6 dives. There went Josh Landry, second dive. Nice job, Josh.
1.6. And that was Emma Landry, a back dive, half twist, degree of difficulty 1.8. The scores are 4, 4.5.
We also want to mention that the judges can score them on a scale of 0 to 10. There's judging on all types of factors, including the position, the type of dive, and how it's executed, and how they arrive into the water, clean splash, straight legs, posture, showing confidence, even being close to the board are factors that influence the score. Big applause from Westwood there. And each diver represents one varsity athlete, and so their score will be averaged into the swimming events. So it's wonderful when we can place within the top 3 in a diving venue, because as I say, it'll be averaged into the overall night score. Some of the divers will be coming back and also being in swimming events. I've seen the Landrys do swimming quite well. Quite good crossover. And here we have back
Peter Lukashev.
dive number 3.
Yep. He's doing a back 1 somersault, degree of difficulty 1.7. The scores were 4 and 3.5. Next we have Josh Landry,
Dive number 3.
for a back dive, degree of difficulty 1.7.
Now, I'm not sure if I've mentioned, Josh is a sophomore. Beautiful.
Scores were 4 and 5.5.
Peter Lukashev is a junior, and Emma Landry is a senior this year. Here we have Emma back for her 4th dive.
It is an inward dive, degree of difficulty 1.5.
We want to do a shout out.
4 and 6.5.
I want to do a shout out for the new diving coach this year, Erin Keeveney. She's the daughter of Heather Keeveney. And,
First year.
And Erin was in your grade, right? You
Yes, she was.
started as 8th graders?
Yeah, she dove with me for, she dove for 5 years. I swam for 5 years. But yes, we were on the team together for a full 5 years.
And where did she go to college?
Villanova.
And dove there, right?
Yes, she did.
Also a graduate. And here in her local hometown, helping coach the high school, actually coaching the high school varsity dive group.
Yeah, it's great to see people keeping on with their sport that they love.
And it's been a while since you've been back here to Keefe Tech, huh, Lauren?
Oh my goodness, so long. It brings back so many memories. Even just the smell of the pool sparks those, like, oh man, I gotta get back in that water.
Looks like we got Peter coming back for his next dive. Now, Vanya graduated last year with your sister, Michelle. And Peter is quite the diver, but he's also a sprint freestyler. So I bet he'll be back tonight, same with some other events.
And coming up, he has a reverse 1 somersault, degree of difficulty 1.6. It appears we have no score.
And that potentially means that the dive was not executed as the description required.
Yeah, as in he didn't do enough tucks or didn't enter the pool in the right way.
Yeah. So now we have Josh. Dive 4.
That was a back dive, half twist. Scores were 5 and 5.5.
That was his hardest dive of the evening, his highest degree of difficulty. I thought it looked really good. Emma Landry's back, dive number 5. Looked really good.
The scores were 5, 5.5, and that was an inward 1 somersault with a difficulty of 1.6.
So even though we're hearing some of the scores that come through, there are other things that could factor in. And I'm not sure, as I say, of the math, when there's only 2 judges, it might be 2.5 times the degree of difficulty, but we'll find that out later.
Yes,
And
what you want to focus on is the degree of difficulty, because that kind of gauges how difficult the dive really is.
how high the math can go.
Exactly. So you multiply the degree of difficulty by their score, which kind of keeps a good rating of what they've accomplished.
And you see here that Peter has some 2-point dives. And his last dive is going to be his hardest.
And this is the first meet for Ashton High School for both boys and girls. I think
Yes.
the first one was just for boys. No, it was canceled because of
Bad weather, possibly.
Yes,
and I
bad
heard
weather,
Ann
right.
say they've had very few practices.
So a lot of these dives are the first time that some of these people have been performing them in competition. So next up we have Peter Lukashev, his 5th dive. It is a 401C difficult inward dive tuck, 1.4 degree of difficulty.
That looked great.
Scores are 6 and 5.
Josh, dive number 5.
A reverse 1 somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Inward dive tuck, degree of difficulty 1.4.
We're skipping ahead to dive number 6.
Yeah, getting a little too excited.
Here's Emma back, and now she's get her 6th dive in.
Yes, so this is a reverse somersault tuck, degree of difficulty 1.6. Scores were 6.5 and 7.
Ooh, like to hear that 7. Now that girl is adjusting the tension on the board, the springiness, and for certain dives they want to get higher, gain more bounce.
Sometimes the stiffness helps with projection into the water, or they're just used to a certain amount of control. So they like to keep it at one spot, and then when they go from one diver to another, it kind of changes. But it really depends on how you practice with it.
So, Lauren, how come you never tried diving?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not bold enough for it. What about you, Mom?
Oh, same deal. I'm horrified.
It really does take a lot of courage to go jump as high as you can and then hitting that water, you know.
And concentrating in front of, maybe 150, 200 people here.
Definitely lots of concentration involved.
Okay, here's our guy. Peter Lukashev, dive number 6. This is the one that I was looking forward to because it's the highest degree of difficulty of any of our divers' dives tonight, 2.3.
It is a back somersault, 1.5 twist, degree of difficulty, 2.3, which you just said.
Great. I think he did great. Oh, dear.
4, 3, 4.5.
Oh, they're
The
consulting.
scores were 3 and 4.5.
And Josh's final dive.
1.5, 3, 2.3.
And
A reverse somersault, tuck, degree of difficulty, 1.6.
Back, 1 somersault, 1.5 twist, 3.
All right, it appears we've been mixing up the names. This is actually Peter Lukashev. This is the dive that we were talking about earlier. This is the 2.3 degree of difficulty. And there it was.
4, 5.
Scores 4 and 5.
well, sorry about that, Josh and Peter.
Yeah.
You can tell we didn't dive.
Yeah. Very true.
So, if there's any divers, alumni divers, and people who were divers, they'd like to come and help us for the next broadcast
Yeah.
for senior night, we would love it. We would love your help.
Truly.
Feel free to join us, and we would promise to take over for the swim part, which we love and we
Hello.
know, although I shouldn't build it up. Who knows how things are going to go tonight. Anyway,
I know you're out there somewhere.
I'm sure the amazing Allison Rose from Ashland Cable would probably like to take a break about now. But we will be coming back for the swim portion of this evening's swim meet at Keefe Tech. Again, it's Ashland High School against Westwood High.
Yes, listen up, people. We'll see you soon.
Hi, welcome back. Here we are at the Ashland High School
Diving right back into the water.
the swim and dive competition. Keefe Tech.
200 medley relay.
And we are we're going to read off the lanes. We have kids in lane 2, 4, and 2, 4, and 6. Lane 2 is the second lane away from us. Lane 4, fourth lane, 6 is against the far wall. And I'm going to have Lauren go ahead and read the names in lane 2.
All
for the
right,
tournament.
so lane 2, we've got doing backstroke, Josh Landry, doing breaststroke, Alges Petlin, fly, Trey Andrian, and freestyle, Ellie McSweeney. For lane 4, we have Abby Pecze, breaststroke, Philip Nokolov, fly, Jake Pierson, and freestyle, Alex Koo. And then in lane 6, we have Sam Beer doing backstroke, breaststroke, Sophia Craigsman, fly, Josh Zayak, and freestyle, Kazar Joshi.
And because this is the first meet of the year, I'm going to just begin again and explain what the event is. It's a 200 medley relay. It's 50 yards of a 25-yard swimming pool of backstroke goes first, then breaststroke is for 50, then butterfly is coming up next, and then freestyle is the end of the 200 medley relay. The first heat, which there is 2 heats tonight. First heat is the varsity heat. This is the heat that will count for points. The points, Lauren and I will be going along and trying to keep track of the points. They're going to be ranked and tabulated, and we'll try and keep you abreast of how the score is going. The scoring is only in the first heat of the event, so we will keep an eye out. Relays only score 3 places.
Yes,
Individual
so the
events.
relays are higher scoring because there's more people in it. It also counts for more, it's more important. And it looks like we have quite the lead starting out. Definitely not something that Westwood will be able to catch up on.
And actually, Lauren, let me specify more clearly. The relay points are 8-4-2, first, second, third. For individual events, it goes first through fifth,
Yes,
6,
and
4,
that looks
3,
like
2.
a first for Ashland.
Excellent. So an 8-point for lane 4, and it was just won by Alex Gu in the freestyle leg. Now Westwood's coming in, and it looks like Westwood might be getting 3rd.
Yes.
We got 4th, and we got 5th.
So that was an 8 points for us, and then the 2nd and 3rd is 4 points and 2 points for Westwood. But that still counts as more points for us. Since
Score
we have
is 8-6. So, yeah, I would do. And Lauren, now Heat 2. And I want to go ahead and say the names here. We've got the backstrokers Brooke Boulanger, the breaststrokers Siraj P. The flyer is Elise R. The freestyler is Cece Gofon. No last name, it's easy. Lane 4, we've got Ben Pepper as the backstroker. We've got Elena Battaglino, and we've got Rachel Baer as the flyer, and Matt Ducharme as the freestyler. And then again, lane 6, the farthest lane close to the wall where the American flag is. We've got Drew Chug. We've got breaststroker is Ryan Kramer. We've got flyer Elena N, and freestyler is Kira Joshi. Those will be in the second heat, medley relay, and it's the first meet of the year. The kids are going to pop out with their splits and might be in the varsity heat at the next meet.
Yes, definitely. It's really the first meet to be able to prove yourself, because sometimes practice and competition are two very different worlds.
Lauren,
The
before
level of
those
excitement.
backstrokers get in the water, oh, well, looks like they're just about to start. Yeah, let's get a watch on the event. I do want to mention that Abby Pecze had a beautiful leg in the 50 back in lane 4. She's a freshman in that last heat of the medley relay. And I see Ben Pepper's doing a great job out there. We've got Brooke out there as well, looking terrific. Look, Brooke just hit the wall there, lane 2. Doing a lovely foot turn. Nice pull out. Look, we're 1, 2, 3 in the second heat. That sure shows depth.
Oh, 100%. Sometimes it's our B legs and like the second round of people that we have that really bring in the extra points that no one was expecting.
And beginning swimmers don't swim fly and breast, so if they can keep this lead in these 2 middle strokes, it's harder to teach athletes who have been out of swim to bring back the breaststroke and freestyle butterfly
definitely.
coordination and timing.
Yes.
And these strokes, I've always felt breaststroke is very, very difficult. They're almost competitive amongst themselves.
Oh yeah, look at Ashland.
Siraj,
Those lanes, 2,
Elena,
4, and 6.
And Ryan. I'd love to keep track of some of our seniors tonight. Looks like Ryan Kramer is one of them. And Siraj, younger.
Strong flies in the Ashland team.
Again, Elise in 2, Rachel in 4. Good job, Rachel. And Elena in lane 6. And Rachel's normally a backstroker, so it's fun to see. Last year she was backstroker. Fun to see her pop into the butterfly spot.
Also, a point I'd like to make is with our co-ed relays. So the requirements is to have 2 men and 2 girls in each relay, if it counts as co-ed. So you see here who is represented for each of the different strokes.
These are, look at how well our second set of relays.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm really happy for Anne. 39 athletes on the team, and they look like they're terrific ones.
All right, and in this heat, first, second, and third for Ashland.
Now, Lauren and I haven't really had time to catch up with all of these details here. We're looking at a fantastic program that Induke did, and it shows sectionals, it shows states. I'm not sure how these relays times have compared to sectionals and states. Maybe later on in the meet, as we get a bigger grip on some of these events and how quickly they come, we'll be able to look at some comparisons, possibly in the 200 free coming up, because the next event, 200 free, we have Jack Emberley, who has made states in the past in this event, lane 2, Alex Pecze, lane 4, and Hannah Alves in lane 6. Can't believe Jack's a senior already. Seems like just yesterday we began swimming, seeing him swimming here for our team, doing the distance events. Alex.
Alex Pexe is also a
is a
senior.
And yeah. And Hannah, we're looking to
Right
find
there,
you.
freshman.
Wow, great. Freshman talent in the varsity heat. Looking forward to seeing her. I wonder if she's the freshman rumored to who be from Holliston. She's just moved into our area. Lucky us. And actually, I think she's had some swimming history at Suburban. If I heard correctly.
Fantastic.
So welcome on board. And Lauren, what's this? Okay, so we only scored the first heat of the relay. So now it's 8. You were saying 8-6.
Yep.
Okay.
8-6 Ashland. The first individual event of the meet.
You have watched too? Good.
Oh,
That
false
was a
start.
That was their false start. Yeah, the timer let the beep go too soon.
A little too excited.
That's distracting. That's hard when that happens. Okay, 200 freestyle, 8 links of the pool. So these are considered the more distance athletes.
Yes, 200 freestyle is definitely a tricky event because it's not quite a sprint, but definitely you have to put in your best effort throughout the whole thing.
So if we look at Jack in 2 and Alex in 4, they're kicking a lot, almost like they could be sprinting, but they have to hold that for 8 lengths.
True, it's definitely a game of how much you want to kind of hold your kick back and how much you want to be dragging your arms, forcing your body forward.
Since the Westwood team seems to be a good size, I have a feeling Jack's feeling some pressure to not let that athlete next to him in lane 3 beat him.
100%. Alex Pecze in lane 4, our main leader right now, has a good, strong lead right now. But yes, it's definitely the second and third that we're going to want to be focusing on right now. Will be a close race.
And actually looking at Alex, the state Division II states is 156. And he just went out in a 55. For anyone, the first meet of the year without any practices to qualify for sectionals of states is absolutely amazing in the first meet, although he has qualified in the past. So, but his talent shows, look, his extensions off the walls, beautiful underwater glide, nice smooth rhythm.
It really makes you think what he'll be able to accomplish at these championship meets.
When he's tapered and rested and not running around in
fully
snowstorms.
trained.
Looks like Jack's hanging in there till the very end. This is the 8th length. And
Coming into the
There's-
finish, we have a 157 for Alex
that's
Pecze.
what I clocked him as early. And are we getting first in?
No,
First
it
and
looks
third.
like a second for Westwood, and then it was around a 205 for
So
Emberley.
we're going to get first, third, and fourth here. And Westwood will get second and fifth. Oh no. Oh, right.
around
No.
a 219 for
We got first, third, and fifth. Excellent. And Alex did qualify for sectionals in that swim. Great job.
All right, please
So-
remind me again what the scores are.
6, we got first, third, and fifth, which is 6, 3, and 1. And they got 4 and 2. I think I'll just circle the ones we get, if we agree. Also, when we do the score like this, Lauren, we don't have the inside scoop if someone's disqualified, if they actually did do a false start,
Very
if
true.
they freestyle. There aren't as many disqualifications, but oftentimes in the butterfly, people get disqualified for one-hand touches or not having an equal stroke, equal kick, equal reach. Well, we're setting up for the next event. You want to talk about it?
Yep, the 200 IM. So that means that we'll be doing all of the strokes, fly, back, breast, and free, 2 lengths of each. And we have in lane 2, Jake Pierson. In lane 4, Philip Nikolov. And in lane 6, Abby Pecze.
Oh, stopwatch. I didn't get the start, did you?
Yep.
Great. I'd love to hear some times on this. We've got, as you said, freshman Abby Pecze in lane 6. And Philip, who's a senior now, right? Let's double check that.
Yep, right there. Senior.
Okie doke. And then Jake Pierson. who's also a senior. Oh, we're going to miss these guys. Oh, my goodness. So
Beautiful walls right there. You can see a good start from Ashland, already leading off in lanes 2 and 4.
Now with co-ed swimming, the score of the women and men is not independent. It's combined score. So boys against girls. And this is the way the swimming season goes until sectionals, until the leagues, and then the sectionals, and then the states. The girls have their own qualifying standards. The boys have their own qualifying standards.
TVLs too.
But the reason this was done is because the leagues were too small in these suburban communities.
Yes, true. So there'd be so few people in each of the heats, it'd just drag on forever. So it really keeps everyone excited, mushing everyone together truly and putting the guys against the girls.
A larger field of athletes.
Exactly.
Well, look at Abby's beautiful breaststroke and her strength and endurance. She's also a year-round swimmer, as is her brother Alex. And it shows in her endurance, especially in this event.
Yeah, as well as with the different strokes, an IM can really show someone's range of skills and their different abilities at each of the strokes.
If her goal is a 2:28, and if I remember correctly, her older sister holds the record in the 200 IM.
Yes, she does. So I'm sure Abby is coming straight for it if she can.
And if I remember, the records are here. It's a 2:23 is Jacqueline's record.
Okay.
Done in 2015. And here coming into the wall, we have Philip. Nice.
With a 2:16 approximately.
Excellent, excellent. Not quite sectional. Section's 2:14, but darn close.
2:23. And a 2:27.
Oh, fantastic. First, second, third. Absolutely great. So 1, 2, 3 for us in that event. And time ranges, I'm sorry, I think we didn't get Abby's time, but I bet she's awful close to sectionals.
I said it, but
Oh, did you?
it passed my mind immediately.
Oh,
So.
okay. All right, well, we got the score going here, and we're still in the lead.
Yes.
Excellent.
So that was 6 points, 4 points, and 3 points for us.
So this next event coming up, there will be 3 heats of it. It's the 50 freestyle, 2 links to the pool. The reason there's 3 heats is it's one of the shorter distance events, so we have time during the meet for more people to be fielded in this event. It's also a popular event. It's a great way to find seed times for relays too, because some of the folks in heat 3 might be able to move up and be in the varsity relay.
Exactly. Freestyle is exciting because it's one of those events where a newcomer can be feel the most comfortable, and it really helps you shine and show off your swimming potential.
Well, who do we have in the first heat, the varsity heat of the 50 free?
All right. Well, in lane 2 we have Peter Lukashev.
Our diver's back already.
Oh yeah. And then in lane 4 we have Alex Gu. And in lane 6, we have Ellie McSweeney.
Now, Alex Gu's older brother, the famous Roger Gu, is here. Tufts NC2A champion.
Yes, exactly. Ashland High School.
Alumni.
Yes.
Ashland High School Swim and Dive alumni.
Yes, and he should be a senior in Tufts this year.
Do you have your stopwatch? Awesome. Allison was commenting earlier that she wasn't thrilled with my headset. I'm not thrilled with my stopwatch. So thank goodness. For your, okay, this 50 free is going to go very fast.
Oh yeah,
so
quick event.
I'm going to do a quick shout out for the boys would have to do like a 23 to make sectionals. Females have to do 27 to make sectionals. Anything in those ranges. Ooh, looks
22,
like
24.
So first, second, and
Yes, looks like the first,
fifth?
second, and a sixth for us.
fifth. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe just first and second to score. And that's 10 points. And then it looks like they got 6 points out of that event. Still not damaging. And now heat 2. And Daniel Zayak is in lane 2. Matt Ducharme is in lane 4. And Jonathan Lee is in lane 6. And if we have a moment here, can we do the grades on them? Where's Daniel?
Daniel Zayak is a freshman.
Yep, okay. And
We also have Matt Ducharme.
he is older. He's junior. And Jonathan Lee. There we go, is a senior. Oh, darn, we don't want to have so many seniors. We're going to miss them.
Yeah. Hate to see them all go.
Heat 2, got to watch. Whew, she did it. She got there. So in the 50 freestyle, you know, most relays, girls or boys, you want to be about a 29 to get on a relay. You can do a 29 as a female. That's probably an exciting benchmark where you would be on one of the 2 freestyle relays.
Yeah, definitely. Breaking those 30 seconds is very satisfying.
And I hate to say it for the boys, maybe 27, 28.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right. That was about a 27.
Great
and then
for Daniel.
28. Yes,
Great,
is the
and
first
Matt-
and the second.
Great. Our eyes are going to so many places with such a short event.
Yeah, I wish I could give you all exact numbers and times, but this is just us with our little stopwatches in front of us.
And not all these athletes do we know anymore because my youngest daughter graduated last year.
True, but it's great to stay updated and
Be there. Oh, Allison Swartz. Okay, we know the athlete in Heat 3, Lane 2, because her older brother is besties with my daughter, Michelle. So Allison in Lane 2, new to this swimming, but she's done Framingham Park and Rec swimming. Lane 4, Nat Noel. And in Lane 6, we have Carly Watt. So big shout out to Allison.
all right, Allison is a sophomore right now.
Okay.
What else?
And
We have Nat Noel is a junior.
Okay.
And then Carly Watt is a sophomore. And Allison is in lane 2. Lane 4, we have Nat Noel. And in lane 6, we have Carly Watt.
Oops. Okay, the reason that was a false start was there's movement on the block. You have to be 100% still at the start of the race.
Yes, but also the starter made a bit of a noise into his kind of microphone, which I think made the divers think that
Right.
it was a start. So you're very on edge when you're on that block. So
So the big long glides for these young athletes is faster. If they can stay underwater longer, right?
yes,
Streamline.
it is. It has been proven that it is faster to be underwater, more like a torpedo than on the top.
We see some competition between lane 4, Nat, and the Westwood swimmer, which is a good thing. We also see their lane 1 Westwood
Right,
swimmer.
so first place is coming in at a 28, 29.
Okay, that was a fast heat. Third heat. That was fast. Let's see how Allison's doing. 35-ish?
36 and
Okay.
a 37.
Okay. Good job. All
And
right.
unfortunately, we do not have a good view on lane 1, but that is Westwood.
Yeah. So it's not quite as important. Looks like there's going to be a 10-minute warm-up break for athletes to get back in the pool. If they weren't in any of the individual events, give them a chance to warm up again. So that's what's happening now, and we're going to let Allison know, give a thumbs up. We'll see you in a bit for the next half of the meet. Hi there, we're back, except we're is only half. Here comes Lauren. Lauren was getting some details, hoping to get the diving score so we could average that in as an event with the swim events and see a perspective on how we were. But here we go. They've got the athletes set up already for the first event of the second half of the meet, and it's the 100 fly first. We have, I'm just making sure, here's Lauren, making sure that my mic isn't her
my
mic.
people, I am here. Do not worry.
Oh, boy, they're really setting them up for false starts. How frustrating to go up and down and up and down. you have a stopwatch?
I do.
Great. Well, in lane 2, we have Josh, freshman. We have Jake Pierson, a senior in lane 4. Oh, and I want Jake to make sectionals. Can you, where's the program? And then we've got Elena, a junior in lane 6. This is 4 links to the pool butterfly, which I think is the hardest event, close to the 500 free.
It can be very mentally tough because breathing is a big part of it, and it is the only stroke where it's kind of like you could inhale a ton of water by accident, and your arms really depend on you getting that breath. So
Inhale and choke on water.
Yes.
That is a terrible fear.
Never fun.
The only reason I'm obsessing over Jake a little bit is because I think he missed sectionals last year by like 100th or some ridiculous amount of time. And he's a very, very strong athlete. We know he's more than capable of doing it. And so the sectional time he would need to make in the 100 fly is a 59. Oh,
all right,
just
looks
missed it.
around a minute.
First meet of the year, and he's a second off. He'll definitely make it this season.
That was a 106.
We got a first and a third there. And it looks like we're going to get first, third.
Fourth, fifth. That was about a 115 for Westwood. And then we have 6th place all the way in lane 6.
So first and third will score us 9 points in
About a
that
127.
in that event.
for
Nine
Alina.
points for Ashland, and we've got 7 points for Westwood. Next event coming up quick, and we do have 2 heats of this event. First heat's varsity heat, 100 freestyle, 4 links to the pool freestyle. And who do we have in lane 2?
We have Kaiser Joshi. In lane 4, we have Jack Emberley. And in lane 6, we have Ellie McSweeney.
Yeah, and I heard earlier guessing that Bridget is under the weather because she was scratched from events. Ellie's older sister Bridget is also an excellent swimmer and is a senior. So we hope Bridget feels better and is back pool and back to our meets soon.
All right, and I do have current updates for the scores. Right before break, the score was a 46-32 Ashland. And then with the past event, we now have 55-39 still Ashland. And so the placing for the diving, in 2nd place, we had Emma for the girls. And then for the guys, we had Peter in 5th place, and Josh was in 6th place. And the scores for Emma was 156.9, for Peter was 141.22, and for Josh, a 106.72.
Thank you, Stephen Marks, our athletic director. We just took a time out there, and he was sweet enough to take a picture of you and me, Lauren.
Mother-daughter duo.
Okay, here we go. The heat 2 of the 100 freestyle.
103.
And lane 2, we have a freshman, Mihalis. And in lane 4, we have Daniel Zayak, freshman. And then we have Elise Reap, a sophomore, in lane 6. 4 links to the pool freestyle. It went by fast. Swimmers are real efficient in this. This is a competitive event. And you can see the emphasis, the kick, that they're not going to slow down. They're going to swim 4 sprint links of the pool.
And this is still the first heat of the 100 freestyle. So this is still the main scoring.
I thought it was the second heat.
Nope. Do you see Jack Emberley in lane 4?
Oh dear. Thank you for the correction, and let's start over.
Jack Emberley, and then Kaiser Joshi seems to be leading off right now, creeped up, or 2nd place, but
and then
slowly
Ellie's
creeping
in
up.
lane 6. Okay, in a heat of very competitive boys. Is Ellie the only girl in the heat? Yes.
In lane 5, there's also.
Oh, I see. Westwood has a girl.
Westwood, 2nd at 57, 58, 3rd place.
2nd and 4th, maybe. And 2nd and 4th would give us 6 points. And the time ranges of those, hard to catch a watch on everything. Did we get that right? Okay. So now take 2 at heat 2. I'm sorry. Heat 2, 100 freestyle, 4 links to the pool. We have a freshman, Mihalis. Lane 4, we have a freshman, Daniel. And in lane 6, we have a sophomore, Elise. 4 links to the pool. Our athletes are in 246. This is the second heat. I didn't get Jack's time. Do we have a guesstimate on his time?
I want to say it was around a 57.
Okay. Quite an accomplished freestyler. He prefers the 200 free and the 500 free. He prefers the mile, but high school swimming doesn't have the mile. So we have our 3 athletes, and looks like Westwood just has 1 for the second heat. But again, there's a 4x100 free relay for high school swimming, so it's wonderful to get our athletes experienced and get their splits and see how they can be seated in our future dual meets in the relays. Oh, future dual meets. Speaking of which, when is the next one for Ashland High School? So today being the 18th against Westwood, looks like they have a dual meet against Hopkinton on the 21st
of December on Saturday.
Yikes.
Next Saturday. And then right after, on that Monday, is against Wellesley and Wayland, boys and girls. So I'm sure the boys will be going against Wellesley, and then the girls will be going against Wayland. And this is at Wayland.
Additional meets are against Weston on 12/27, against Framingham boys only on January 3rd. Wednesday, January 8th, is against Dedham.
Sorry to interrupt, coming into the wall at about a 102, 104.
102 being
And then a 108.
Mihalis, Daniel 104, and you think Elise is about a 108? Nice job. Those are all good splits. Those would all be good relay spots. I see a group of athletes coming around, and I think they're going to be supporting what we feel is the hardest event of the meet, the 500 freestyle.
Oh yes, definitely a very mentally tough race.
Do you want to talk about it a little bit? I think, do you have the school record?
I do currently have the school record.
It's going to be gone. If
Yes.
Abby's swimming it, okay, Abby's not swimming it tonight, but Abby Pecze is going to get your record.
Sorry, people, you do not get to watch me internally cry as my record is officially defeated. But yes, Abby Pexe, I hear, is coming for it and does have the times for it. So I'll just be patiently waiting in my seat for.
Okay, so we've got a stopwatch on Alex, though. Alex, a senior in lane 4. Lane 2's Hannah, freshman, and lane Matt Shuey is a freshman in lane 6. So, did we explain the event a little bit? You go for it.
Well, it is 20 lengths of the pool. It is the only event at high school meets where you need a counter. So you can see at the end of the pool, people have the flippers saying what length that people are on, and it goes every odd number. And then the very last length that you do, it is just a big red block to kind of say, you're done, sprint to the end.
And isn't there another symbol to tell the lead athlete that it's their last 50 freestyle?
Yes, so when the person in first place is coming in right before their last 50, usually the referees will either ring a bell or kind of press the button on the timer to kind of like do a big beep to kind of signal that everyone is almost over.
So if someone was looking at high school swimming and they were trying to think about what events they would enjoy, if they're an outdoor recreation swimmer, if they swim in the ocean, if they have endurance, would they be able to try and do this event?
Yes, definitely. I would say so. Other than all the flip turns, it is definitely the most ongoing, similar to distance open water swimming.
But often our sprinters don't like the 500 free and vice versa.
Yes, 100%.
Alex has made states and sectionals in the past years in this event. I don't know if he's going to try and already knock off sectionals. Once varsity swimmers have made a cut, they only make it once, right? And it's good for the season. And if the varsity swim coach, Ann Meisner, needs them to swim other events, they can swim other events.
Definitely. The varsity swimmers can make like a good range of events for sectionals and states, and then hopefully by the end of the season they're able to choose which one of their events they're the strongest in, and they will be able to place the strongest in the end.
So it's, as I've heard, it's harder for divers. They have to do the different types of dives required. They have to qualify twice in all of those combinations of different divers to have a score that will take them to sectionals. So they need 2 absolutely fantastic evenings of diving.
Yeah.
And we hope For our divers, let's see. In the diving range, it's 180, and Emma got 156. So she's definitely in the ballpark. And the two gentlemen need 40, 50, 60 points, and I'm sure that they can attain that kind of goal, especially under our super new coach, Aaron Keaveney.
Yes.
And maybe viewing tonight's tape from Ashlyn Cable. Thanks to Ashlyn Cable for recording it, giving our athletes an opportunity to see their performances.
So checking back in on our swimmers, who do we have in first place right now? We have Alex Pecze. He is on his 11th length.
He's more than halfway, and that's always a good feeling, I bet.
Yes. Yes, he's about at the 300 mark, I think that is.
He's 12 lengths, and this is his 13th lap. This is where it gets confusing for the counters. They can't look at each other's counting tabulation, because then you start wondering, wait a minute, is my athlete really on the 13th lap?
Yeah.
All of our timers are volunteers. Since we are hosting the meet tonight, since we're the home team, we have to provide the timers and the stat keepers. And down there in stats, I see Michael Pecze, a wonderful volunteer, constantly volunteering, the wonderful Pecze family. And I also see Tim Govan, who's been incredible with stats, amazing on the computer, and his children, Cece Govan and Sam Govan, are still on the team. And they're both great athletes, and we appreciate all the volunteerism. I wish I could name off the 6 volunteer timers tonight, but I don't know them all because I don't know all the new parents. But it's great to see them helping out, because the meet can't be run without the volunteers.
Oh, 100%. Yes, we thank you, volunteers. Do an excellent job keeping high spirits the whole time. And it's so important having these times, too. It really keeps the meet running and going. It's so important for scoring.
So, Lauren, looks like Alex has just a 50 left. Let's hear if there's a beep. There we go.
Yeah. There's that bell. Which means it's the final 50 for him, but not the other swimmers.
Which is confusing.
Yes, any swimmers he has lapped have to, of course, finish the race, which appears to be the majority of the pool.
And I see with the bell going off, I see the speed picking up. Some of the athletes just think of it as a perk. Okay, I hear the noise. I must be close to the end, too.
Yeah. Yeah, really, it's finally time to whatever energy you have left in your legs to finally kick it in. So coming in to the wall at 5:19.
And
in first place is Alex Pecze.
Oh, 5:19. Well, 5:23 is states. He made sectionals, which are 5:24.
Flying colors,
states
no
are
problem.
5:23. Easily cruised into those qualifications. My goodness. Why he made that look easy, didn't he?
Oh, 100%. It's like taking a bath. Just smooth into the finish. All right, and it appears we have coming into the wall Westwood for second place.
Can we get third?
That is a 6:09. And then for third place, we have
Hannah?
a 6:14.
Hannah, 6:14. Fabulous. Okay, so her 500 free, the qualification for
Fourth
sections.
place is Westwood.
Can we squeak in?
Fifth place, we have a 6:25.
Great. So we got 10 points in that event. And they got 6. Westwood got 6. So there, Hannah's close to sectionals. Alex made sectionals and states. Matt didn't catch. Great swim for freshmen. Good job there. We've got a relay coming up. And there's 2 heats of the relay. This is an 8 length of the pool event. Each swimmer swims 2 lengths, freestyle only. And the first heat is the varsity heat. These are the competition points. And we didn't mention this earlier in the meet because we were still pulling all our notes together. But for the relays, first place is 8 points, and second is 4, and third is 2. So if you win the event, you've gained more than 2 points into the lead. And first and second is just a tremendous amount of points. So there's only 3-point scoring finishes, first, second, and third.
And I currently have the score as a 71-55 going into the relay.
All right, Ashlyn. Woo! Okay, lane 2. How's your voice? You want to go for it?
Yes, what do we got? All right, so lane 2, we have Philip Nokolov, Trey Adrian, Hannah Alves, and Jack Emberley. In lane 4, we have Alex Gu, Abby Pecze, Peter Lukashev, and Alex Pecze. Oh, Abby Pecze was our breaststroker.
Female.
Yes.
Oh.
And then for lane 6, we have Mihalis Koutouvos, Sophia Craigsman, Ben Pepper, and Kaisar Joshi.
And Lauren, I have to go back on a comment you made earlier because I'm not sure. We might have to look it up. I think it's a co-ed relay if it just has one girl.
Okay.
Because you swam on co-ed relays as the only girl,
True.
and Michelle swam on co-ed relays as the only girl. So I think if there's at least one female. So going into these relays, these are competitive relays. I would not be surprised if we're going to be seeing some sectionals and states made. Wait, they can't. They can't. You can only do single sex for qualifications. Okay. Points. This is about points. Whoa, gorgeous. Philip Nikolov's dive. Is that? But that shouldn't have been who went first. I think they changed the order. Right, Lauren?
Alex Gu for lane 4.
Oh, that is Alex. Oh, look at his speed.
Yes, you can feel the energy in the room right now with the cheering.
Oh, I see. So Philip's dive was in lane 2. Ooh, Philip's close at the finish there. Philip got a better finish. I'm going to give him credit for that. Shout out. Wonder if the two relays are racing. Okay, there goes Abby. Now here's a female.
Abby, and then the Trey Adrian in lane 2 is really showing off his skills. Wow, look at that turn.
Abby's strokes are beautiful too.
Yes.
And
Keeping
Sophia.
up well with the boys.
And Sophia, she's got a race going on there with the Westwood team.
Yes.
Come on, Sophia. Beautiful job, Abby. Abby's a great swimmer there. Okay, there, just off the block is Peter Lukashev, our diver. And as I said, he comes back with a fantastic free as well. And then our other relay's got Hannah Alves as the swimmer. Her flip turn was too deep. That's really, really hard. If you head into it too low, then you come out too deep.
And hopefully we can keep on to the second place because it really is great points for us.
Currently in first and second, and our fourth athletes are coming off the block. Jack Emberley, lane 2, Alex Pecze, lane 4, and Kaiser, I don't know how to say it correctly, Kyzar. So sorry, you'll have to come right up to our faces and pronounce your name so we'll do it right.
Yes, and it looks like a real fight for second and third place with Westwood coming in, finishing in the second place.
Look at the pressure Jack's under.
First place at 141.
141. And that was
And
the
then
cut.
144 and 146 in third for Ashland.
So Ashland got first and third.
And then fifth Ashland.
That's okay.
Sixth place.
Only scores 1, 2, 3. So we got 10 out of that. Westwood got 4. And the boys relay came real close to making sectionals. I don't know if they did because you didn't stop it because you kept getting times.
True, I'm kind of just yelling out the numbers that I see in front of me. I'm not stopping it at all.
But if you saw it around 141, 141 is the sectional cut. So great job. Great job, relays. Woo. There's a heat 2 of this relay tonight. And I want to read it out or give you a chance. You want to
you can go for it, Mom.
Okay. Heat 2, lane 2. I'm going to write that close. Heat 2, we've got Daniel, Zaya, we've got Suraj, we've got Kira, we've got Matt. Lane 4, we've got Josh. We have Cece Govan, Rachel Bear, Elise. And lane 6, we have Jonathan, Drew, Nat, and Ryan Kramer. Again, there's another relay we would have seen Bridget in, so she must be under the weather.
It happens.
We hope she'll be back. Next event after this relay is the 100 back. 2 heats of that. 100 breast, 2 heats of that, and then our final relay. Those are the events for the night, and then they'll read our final score. And this has been a good meet. We've done really well. So a shout out to the Temple family. For years and years, Temple Electric bought us swim caps with names on them.
Oh, yes, I remember that. It was so wonderful. We all got our own individual names on the cap, so you could tell who was swimming.
And we miss the Temple family. We wish they still had athletes in our program. They were so generous
Yes,
for years
Jacqueline
and years
and Ben.
years and years.
Shout out.
So if there's any other wonderful, generous donors out there that want a good Christmas present for the Ashland High School, or a holiday present for the Ashland High School Swim and Dive program, they need their names back on those caps,
They
Lauren.
do.
Especially if the alumni are going to come back and try and figure things out.
Yes, it's such a nice keepsake. Also, it's fun to kind of like steal other people's and trade around a little bit because, you got one really, really fast swimmer and you wear their cap and you feel that extra speed inside you just from their cap.
Wow, look at our relays. Okay, look at that leg. I think that was Suraj. Cece's finishing, and Dhruv is about to. There he went. Okay, off the block, Ryan Kramer.
Yeah, and that split was under a minute for those two. So it's very fast swimmers that we have in our second heat.
Under a minute. Okay, you know what? I'm jumping ahead again. Ryan Kramer's on the block to be the 4th swimmer in lane 6. Nat must be in the water right now, lane 6. Elise must be in the water, and and Rachel's the last swimmer, lane 4, right there, Rachel. And Rachel just finished. Elise just started. How's that?
Yes, the final length. There we go.
You know what? Even if we say the names in the order, they still might change positions for the lineup. That remind.
Yes, and once again, you can see the depth in the Ashland swim team by their second heat and how fast we are.
2:46.
The second heat.
Fantastic.
We got 155 coming in here. And then right around 2 minutes for both of those.
Great. So
2:01.
quick math, and all those athletes did around 30-second splits.
Yeah.
For their 50 frees.
Yeah.
So those are some good fast splits. Okay, we're going into one of your favorite events that you were the record holder.
And then the other Grassberger on the swim team.
Oh,
happened to
right.
Sneak in there.
Oh, right. Your little sister has it. Well,
I lost my place as the favorite child that day.
You know, Abby's Jacqueline's little sister, and I think it's the little sister. Good luck. It's the fact they got so much support from their older sibs.
Okay, we can call it that, sure.
So lane 2, we've got Abby in the varsity heat of the 4 lengths of backstroke. We've got Alex Gu, junior in lane 4, and we have Sam Bear, a freshman in lane 6. And Sam, so his older sister just swam in the relay, in the lane 4 last relay heat. Sam's going for the 100 back tonight as a freshman. First event, freshman is always a big deal. Nerve-wracking.
100%.
First
Yes.
individual.
Yes.
You got a stopwatch? Great.
And the underwaters are such a big part of this event, really in any event. It's a big start to the race, and it truly defines where you're going to be placed within the heat.
I'm looking at an outstanding Westwood swimmer who's setting the pace or going up too fast. In lane 1. Okay, no, they've just passed her after the wall. So lane 2, Abby looks absolutely fantastic. I see some good, strong athletes on Westwood as well. Abby and Alex. Abby's taking the lead. Off the wall, looks like the Westwood swimmer got a tiny bit of a edge on her.
Yeah, a very, very strong heat that we have from both teams.
Abby's turnover looks like she has more energy. But lane 3 had a slightly better thing. Okay, let's see. Alex really wants this. I see him edging out Abby. Both of them looking absolutely fantastic. I think she's going to make sectionals for sure.
105,
106 flat maybe, and 100 back for Abby. I'm sure she made sectionals, which would be as a freshman already making a sectional cut. Absolutely outstanding. Definitely fit. Definitely ready to go. Start of the year, and then good job, Alex. Good job, Sam.
Did you get the places for that? I think it was first for Alex Gu and then second for Abby.
That's right. And even if we just take the lead numbers now, we were far enough ahead that if we don't mess up our final relay, that I'm sure we'll win.
We'll come back to you guys at the end of the meet and have an official score for this.
We'll build up to it.
Yeah.
Although we did get first and second in that last event. Oh. Okay, 100 back. We have 2 heats. And the second heat, Ben Pepper, senior, in lane 2. His sister Emily Pepper graduated last year, and she's at UMass Amherst in the business school with Michelle. Emily and Bev Brion are here tonight visiting, as well as Michelle, as well as the Landry's older sister has come back. And I want to say Emma, but it's Katie. And they've come back to cheer on their team, as well as Roger Gu.
Yes.
Any alumni I'm missing?
Sean Lee right there.
Sean Lee. All right.
And then others from probably older years, but unfortunately those were before my generation, so a lot of names do escape me.
So let's see. I see Ben doing a great job, lane 2. And Brooke Boulanger is sophomore. Oh, lane 4. She's in the lead. Nice looking back. Rachel Bear, senior, lane 6. Oh, and Rachel has a nice tempo in her backstroke.
Yes,
too.
very long, strong strokes.
Good wall for Rachel. And both of these girls, if I remember correctly from last year, Brooke and Rachel, were near sectionals. And I don't think they squeaked in, and they really want to this year, and they deserve to. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. We don't have splits on this heat, but the strength of their swimming, I know they're in it to qualify, and I wish them the best. Let's see, a nice finish on the wall. Good finish. Rachel had a beautiful finish. And here comes Ben. Come in, kick, kick, kick. Good job. All right. Our final individual event of the evening, the 100 breaststroke.
All right, in lane 2, we have Algis Petlin. Lane 4, Philip Nokolov. And then lane 6, Sophia Kriegsman.
I want to mention Philip earlier. I picked him out when he did a relay. Oh, wait. There's Philip, lane 4. Picked him out when he did a relay because his dive is amazing. He pikes it, and then he goes so far underwater, and as well as the mechanics of his walls are absolutely terrific as well. But the dive stands out. So do notice him on the start, lane 4. Sophomore Algis, and then sophomore Sophia, lanes 2 and 6.
And Philip is a senior.
Yeah, another senior we're going to lose. Have we given a shout out for all of them? We've
I'll go down the list and say everyone's name.
How about first name? Trey, Rachel, Jack, Julia, Sam, Ryan, Emma, Jonathan, Bridget, Philip, Alex, Ben, and Jake. You know, besides Bridget, I didn't see Julia Gillis tonight. Well, we hope as the season goes on, all the seniors get an opportunity to feel good and healthy enough, and hope they get to participate.
Yes, true. Also, the rule is for swimming that if you don't show up to school, if you're sick that day in school, you can't then come to swimming in the meet later that day.
Oh, okay. Okay. So 4 links to the pool breaststroke. Watch Phillips dive, lane 4. See? Isn't that cool? Look how far he goes.
Wow, yes. Oh, yeah, practically a body length.
Now that is that whole underwater mechanics world. It takes lots of discipline to learn to hold your breath, tighten your body. the integrity of effort
Yeah, wow.
before
got
you
so
surface.
far.
And then it gets exhausting the third time you do it. So wait, so this is second wall.
Yes, because it's such a long time holding your breath underwater, and you're so out of breath as you're going into that wall that the longer you stretch it, the more difficult it really is. But he does an excellent job of taking it as far as possible.
So let's say that was 5 seconds under the water. Let's
Yeah.
see if he can go close to that on his final wall. Okay. Yeah, that is just beautiful underwater mechanics.
Yeah, fun fact, there is a limit to how far you can go underwater. It's more to the
15
2/3
yards.
point. 15 yards?
Yeah, 15
Interesting.
yards. And when here he comes in the wall and you're getting a time, awesome.
Yep, around 108.
Round 108. And looks like we got an
In
excellent.
second place, we have 114.
Al just looks great in there. 108.
Third goes to
114,
Westwood.
108, 114.
Fourth,
Oh,
Westwood. Fifth, 123.
okay.
us.
108 is boys sectionals, so he's right there. Don't know the tenths of a point, but pretty darn close. And 117 is girls sectionals. Those are hard cuts. Okay, heat 2 of the 100 breaststroke. Ryan Kramer, senior, lane 2. Suraj, freshman, lane 4. And Elena, a junior, in lane 6. Again, 4 links to the pool. So there's the mechanics of the underwater stroke and training and control, the discipline of holding your breath underwater and streamlining. But then there's also the difficulty and mechanics of above water swimming, not fighting the water, being in a high body position, having an efficient catch with your hand.
Yes, 100%. And the water does kind of become your enemy in the sense that it's pushing against you, and you need to not fight it, but kind of find the best way to like glide forward through it, if that makes sense. So not only your kick, but your arms play a large part in the entry and how much you're able to pull forward with it.
Now, and the theory behind the kicking is kick is for balance, keeping your body flat and on top of the water, but kick also adds speed and it adds a lot of endurance. And that's why for the sprint swimmers, they're kicking really, really, really fast at speed. In the long distance, they slow it down, smooth and slower for endurance. Okay, here we go. Ryan, Suraj, and Elena.
There seems to be a lot of flinching at the starts of these races, which is mainly the reason that they tell everyone to relax or stand up. And there they go.
So they've added over the last few years a dolphin kick during the pullout. So as you come off the wall, not the last few years, probably the last 2 decades.
Yes, and so you're only allowed one dolphin kick.
So
and
there's Ryan
sometimes-
underwater. There was his dolphin kick.
Yes, so sometimes you're able to time differently the pull out with your arms to the dolphin kick. So it's actually used more by Olympians to do the pull out first with your arms and then add in the additional dolphin kick. But it's more standard or original for you to do it at the same time. It's more natural.
Well, Ryan's really making an effort, and Suraj is nearby, and Lena's right there with Suraj. Good, 3 more good breaststrokers. And the events will mix up for the next meet because some of the athletes that made sectionals will do different events. And
Yes, true, and they put people in different events depending on what the other team is doing too. So if you know another person has a really good swimmer in such and such race, you'll kind of move your best swimmer into that race to be able to kind of coordinate and beat them and score higher.
Ryan's coming in at 17. Oh my gosh.
And we have a 121
And
and a 125 coming into the wall
25.
right now.
Okay, so women's sectionals is a 17 in that, and the boys is an 8. So they're all in the ballpark. Close enough for first meet of the year. It's doable. Okay, so we've got the 400. Looks
This is
like
the
they're
last
lining
event.
up for the 400 free. Last event of the first meet of the season.
Woo!
400 free relay, and there's only one heat, and it's a point heat. but we think we're ahead, but it's not official.
I want to hesitantly say the scores that I have mathematically figured out, so very questionable, but a 103 for Ashland and then 69 for Westwood.
So I see some stretching, some shoulder stretches on the part of Peter looking up here. He's in lane 2. We've got Ellie McSweeney going second in lane 2. Mihalis going third, and Kizar going fourth. In lane 4, we have Jack Emberley, Jake Pierson, Hannah Alves, and Alex Pecze. And in lane 6, we have Trey, Adrian, Cece Govan, Brooke Boulanger, and Matt. So all 4 relays have some freshmen on them. But the middle relay, 3 seniors. Get a timer? Oh. Because it's co-ed again. It won't qualify for sectionals. It states it's points. Ooh, very nice start from Peter. Remember, Peter's our diver, so his block start is gorgeous too.
Yes.
I mean, the control and the mechanics and the balance, the way he just absolutely flies off the block.
Yes, he knows what he's doing.
The uniformity, the tightness. And he's looks great. A lot of them have already done 2, 3, 4 events, and he added in 6 dives. So each swimmer goes 4 lengths to the pool. So this event is a 16-length event. 4 athletes on each relay will go 4 lengths to the pool. Relays in first, second, and third.
Yes, and another thing that happens is you would think that we'd put all of our fastest swimmers into the first middle lane relay, but sometimes we spread it out to be able to kind of, if we can stay at those high level point, first, second, third, we kind of like spread out our best swimmers into different lanes.
Try and get first and second rather than getting first by a ton of seconds.
Yes,
is what
exactly.
You're saying. And so that's all the math that Anne has to do before the meet begins.
Yes,
right? And what
lots
she
of
knows
calculating. It's like a chess game almost, kind of figuring out one move and the counteraction of that move.
But look at these relays. They're way ahead right now. There's a good chance that they'll stay in these leads.
Yes, Ashland is looking very impressive. Did not hold back with their placement of swimmers in this event.
So this is Ellie, Jake, and Cece. And pretty soon off the block, we're going to have Hannah. So Hannah's...
This is our 3rd length.
And she's our freshman.
Our 3rd person.
Beautiful form. Oh, very, very nice. She reminds me a little of Beth Breon, who graduated last year in the sprint free. Really, really fast flutter quick. I see a great effort on part of Brooke, and I see Mihalis doing a terrific job there. He's being competitive, trying to keep the Westwood athlete behind him. Wow, Hannah's.
Oh,
no!
lane 2,
I've never seen
it.
that. Did someone get hurt? Did
No,
he leave early?
Looks like everyone's fine. Yes, it appears lane 2 thought that
He thought it was a 50.
it was his turn to go. Yeah, it happens.
So the gentleman's a freshman. I'm glad no one got hurt. You could have a collision in a situation like that. So this is an automatic disqualification for the relay. So we will not be able to get a place. And it'll be interesting. He'll probably stop at the 50, thinking that it's only a 50.
No, he'll go. We'll see, of course, what the judges say.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that nobody behind his lane stopped him doing that.
Right.
Usually people will, behind you, call out. But
and even sometimes if the volunteer timer's lucky enough to see it and understand what's going on in time.
Yeah, exactly, true. But it gets confusing with so many people behind the lane.
And we assume at the high school level, the athletes know it's 4 lengths for each athlete. Well, he won't do that again.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
We've all had those difficult moments where swimming the wrong stroke, leaving the block too early.
Yes, but on the brighter side, coming in for the finish, it appears right now, we have
Alex
Pecze
Pecze, senior.
with a 3:56.
And great job, great effort.
And it appears Westwood in second place.
Yeah,
for
gliding into the
12,
wall
and
for
then
second.
4:16, third, and then sliding in for fourth, Westwood, and then 4:20 in fifth place, and the sixth place, Westwood. So first.
Oh, here we go with the score. Lauren, can you hear it?
I heard a 103 for Ashland, and no, I missed Westwood.
Well, Allison's going to catch the footnotes on that. After the program, we'll make sure we get the right score. But it does sound like we won. I think I
Yes.
saw the Ashlanders clapping their hands. Great swim meet tonight, Lauren. Thank you for being here with me.
Yes, you too, Mom. It's been wonderful. I hope everyone watching at home enjoyed it too.
Any final comments you want to say to your alum? We'll get the she'll get the cheering on the audio, but maybe we'll get you back for senior night, Lauren.
Yeah, I would love to come back. I hope to be here. You too, Mom.
In between then and now, we're going to have, it looks like we've got 9, 10, 11 dual meets, and then TVLs will be January 31st, conference meet in February 2nd, and then sectionals February 8th and 9th, and state finals 15th and 16th of February. So we wish the kids the best of luck. We'll be back in January. And thank you very much to Ashland Cable.
The senior night, being January 27th on a Monday.
Oh, January 27th,
Against
6 p.m.
Holliston High
Against
School at
Holliston.
Pecze again. So,
We'd love to see spectators here too, free admission.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you very much for listening, and good luck to Ashland High School Swim and Dive, and thanks again to Ashland Cable Television. Have a good night.
Have a good night.